Hey everybody, welcome. It's Mr. Sandoval here, and I'm going to show you guys how to correctly upload your project works to Artsonia and to Schoology in order to obtain full credit for that. This is going to be a method that's going to be applied for every single major project that we have in our Intro to Visual Art class. In this case, I'm going to be using the work of a student of mine, and this is from our first project. First, we want to make sure that we get a good photograph of our work. And to do that, I would highly advise putting your work next to a window light source. Window lighting is a great way to help diffuse your lighting. Make sure that there's no harsh sun rays like you see on the whiteboard over there. But window lighting is a great strategy to help photograph anything, to make sure that the lighting is perfectly even and diffused. And we are going to hover our iPad right above it, wait for everything to get in focus, make sure it's all sharp, and go ahead and snap your picture. If there might have been an issue photographing your project, perhaps the window lighting didn't work out so well for you, or it wasn't sunny outside, maybe it was nighttime and you didn't get sufficient amount of light, then you'll probably have to touch up your photograph in your iPad. Open your photos and find your work, and click the edit button. What we're gonna focus on are things like the exposure, which is basically a fancy word for brightness. Play a little bit with the highlights and a little bit with the shadows. And last one that you would wanna maybe touch is the sharpness. Now do not over sharpen because it'll be over processed, so just a little bit. And then we also have the crop options, but we're not gonna be using these crop options because Artsonia has one built in. But in case you're ever outside of this classroom not using Artsonia, you'll click crop over here on the left, and on the right, we have a rotation tool. The rotation tool on the right helps to align your work so that it's straight and not crooked. Then with the crop, we can pull in from each side. Click that handlebar in the middle and drag that in from each side. And that would be how you crop on an iPad. So next up, come check out the board and look for your teacher's name. I'm gonna come up over here to scan the QR code, click the web link on the bottom. If this is your first time using Artsonia, welcome. Go ahead and click which grade you're in, which class you're in, and type in your name. So here I'm gonna find my name, Mr. S, and I'm gonna be uploading to Project 2 Mixed Media. I'm gonna click Add Artwork, select Image Video from the photo library. I'm gonna go ahead, find my picture, and click it. Click Done. That's what I wanna upload. And I'll click Upload Now. And we have these tools at the top to help improve how our work looks. So first off, let's click Distort. It helps to distort your images and realign the perspective in case you may have photographed your artwork not at a perfectly straight angle. And if you need to fine tune any cropping, you can always click crop. And we're done. That looks much better. We'll click save. We need to make sure that we give it a title. Think of a creative title that you feel best represents your artwork. In this case, this is actually not my work, it's Liam's work, so Liam's Project 1. Turn in. Next, you need to enter your artist statement. So these questions over here are guidelines to help you answer what your project is about and what inspired your project and so forth. So blah, 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 blah. I answered all the questions. And then you click Turn in Statement. Go to your project, click View Details. Now we need to take a screenshot. Let's make sure we have a picture of our artwork there as well as the statement at the bottom. Once we have our screenshot, we will open up Schoology. Find our project, click here, Project 2 Submission. View the attachments, click on the Project Rubric Self-Assessment. Open this up into Notability, create a new note, Import, done. Let's open up Notability, and we'll see our project rubric self-assessment. Open this up. Let's get our Apple Pencil to help us out. Zoom in over here. Let's see, Mr. Sandoval, okay? That's part one, is just putting your name on there. Next up, this is actually your self-assessment. So in terms of composition and design, do you feel like you give yourself a 1 out of 5? And I think it's outstanding. Give it a 5. I want to make this clear that the self-assessment part is you grading yourself. Give yourself the grade you feel you deserve in these given areas. I'm going to be comparing how you view yourself and the work that you've put in for this project with what I've seen you do and the grade that I feel you deserve for this project. Scroll down. So next up, we need to upload our screenshot from Artsonia here. Click on the picture icon. We'll upload our picture, make it nice and big, and that's it. Last, we need to write down these self-reflection questions with 3 sentences minimum per question. Go ahead and pick your pencil. Let's not forget, it is a minimum of 3 sentences per question, and answer all of the questions below. Double check your self-assessment. Make sure that you've given circles to your self-grading. Make sure that you've uploaded your screenshot to Artsonia and that you've answered all the questions below. Export your self-assessment, go to Schoology, and you can upload your final Notability file to your project to submission. The very last step now is to turn in the physical copy of your artwork to your teacher. And congratulations, you've did it. You've successfully submitted your project.